What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the SexAngl. This is your boy D.
And it's your girl, CJ.
And it's D's pimp, Brandy.
Oh, not pimp. Not pimp. We'll get back to that. But first, we have our first guest for the SexAngl episode. Nick is here with us, a.k.a. Champagne Charlie is his stage name. Is that your pronouns? Is it he?
Yeah, he, him
Okay.
is perfect for me.
Sorry, I should have asked that before we started recording.
All good.
Okay, cool. So, tell us a little bit about yourself. What are you into? What do you do for your day job?
Well,
We're not doing it up.
I day walk with Brandy. We work in the same.
A daywalker.
We work in the same plumbing fixture mogul company.
Oh yes. Okay.
All of this.
And then at night I do some emceeing for some burlesque and drag shows around the city of Cleveland, Ohio.
Ooh.
And Brandy and I started doing a monthly bingo variety show at this local bar, which is pretty cool. So
And he's so good.
That's how I'm associated. I was
That's-
like, let's open
that's
up with a
fancy.
bingo song, but
No, he's good at it. He'll sing his heart out. The way he runs around, like he really is the show. Like it's
that's so
amazing.
awesome. Do you guys have videos of this? Like,
Has anybody ever recorded us, or are we just up there just going?
I think there's like some video, but mostly like we did an Instagram live show right at the beginning of
We did.
Well, the quarantine. Yeah, I remember
When
that.
we didn't think it was gonna be this.
It did pretty well, but I was just like, I personally went into the venue by myself with one other person like recording the show, and Brandy was at home and everybody else was at home, and I left and I was so sad. I cried all the way home. I was so sad about it. It was really difficult. So I was like, you know what, let's just take a little break for a while. I need to be able to like get some energy back from the people. And online was really kind of hard to do it. So we took a hiatus for a bit.
Yeah, I guess it's hard to connect with people when it's like
It
live
is, but
online.
what's weird is that people have come out in either my comments or inbox, and they've asked me about bingo again, or they referenced. I had a couple people reference when they watched us online. Now they didn't play, but they enjoyed just watching us, and I'm like, well, that's pretty cool. But it's hard to gauge because if you're just lurking and not saying anything, I didn't know that you liked it 6 months ago. But thank you for telling me now.
I can't. So, today's episode, we actually got a whole bunch of questions in. This SexAngl, this is only our third episode. It's getting more views than our rest of our
Fucking
episodes.
whores.
Sex sells. What can I say? Sex sells. Everybody's
so
into
upset.
it. And we're very frank. There's no just in case I didn't tell you, if you listen to a couple of episodes, you already know there's no taboos. There's nothing that you cannot
Well, he's
say.
friends with me, so.
But I will warn you. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's true.
There's that.
I will warn you that if you do say anything, it's not going to be edited out. So keep that in mind.
That face.
I'm ready.
Yeah. Unless you like
ready.
accidentally say your workplace or something, that's like the only thing I'll edit out.
Sure.
You know. But
I
other than
appreciate
that, it's staying. I don't like editing, so it's staying.
I'm down.
Anyway, so SexAngl, we got so many questions. I'm gonna just start off with this one because I thought this was great. It's
Okay.
so controversial.
Not oh no.
So first question was, is circumcised better than uncircumcised? Somebody asked that.
For me.
I knew he was gonna jump right into it.
Wait. For other people to enjoy you or for you to enjoy
Well, let's
other
go
people?
both ways. So what do you think it's enjoyable for you? And then do you think other people care, or do you think it's less enjoyable if you aren't circumcised?
Well, honestly, I don't really mind either way. I think uncircumcised is interesting because it's far less common.
It is very less common. It's true.
But
So you see it and you're like, tell me your story. Why is that?
No, what usually it happens is I have to tell mine because I'm uncircumcised.
Okay.
Reveal.
Whoa, oh my God. This has to go on YouTube, right? You said you weren't editing anything.
I'm not editing shit. Now the whole entire universe will know about your weakness. Your penis.
You're
Like, let me tell you though, I didn't know. And when my parents were like giving us this sex talk, they're telling us about, you know, like girl parts and guy parts and like this and that. And they were like, well, when you're young, like you get circumcised. And I was like, oh. And they were like, oh, well, we'll talk to you about it yourself.
We'll hit you up later.
Right.
So,
Yo, funny
okay.
story about that though.
Yeah.
I didn't get circumcised until I was like 6.
What?
Damn.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Did
that
you
was
wear a
painful
cone when you went to
shit.
school?
Wait, okay, so you know what? Because this might be a subject that I might be clueless on, obviously, because I have a vag. I thought that
Is it a circumcised badge?
no, it's not. I thought most males, if they did get circumcisions done, it was usually when they were toddlers or younger.
Yeah, I thought everybody
That's
did as a
typical.
baby.
Right?
I think my mom wanted it to keep it natural, but then I guess I had some issues with
Okay.
the tightness.
Because that's what she said, the tightness. It
was the way he
to
said
know
it.
that his force
It's
could not
tight.
handle it growing. Now we know what extra we need to know about these.
Okay.
Yeah. So they had to take care of me at tender age of 6. And guess who woke up on the table?
Oh,
I
no.
woke up on the table. It felt like fire.
Oh,
Fire.
This
God.
dick is on fire.
No, not Alicia Keys. Calm down. Bitch. I can't.
Yeah.
I just no. So like, it is very, very less common, and I think this was a great question because there's some kind of movement right now for people to get, people not to get circumcised anymore. I don't know if you guys have seen the articles on it and stuff, because it's really an unnecessary part of, I guess, like, it's more aesthetic, apparently.
Oh, I was gonna say, so do you think, because I like to say, well, I prefer, but it's all I've had, so then I'm thinking, if I see one that's not, am I turned off because I'm just so used to
It didn't
this?
bother me.
Well,
because-
also you're a slut, so there's that. We've talked about this before, honey. Ex-slut, get it right.
Thank you.
But you know what?
From-
Slut still gets
from
rings,
slut to
okay?
slut.
Let them know. Sluts still get married, okay?
I just want you to know that you can
Throw that ring, girl.
life.
She said, suck all the dicks you want, honey.
I'm just saying, no, like, it didn't bother me. Also, once it's like fully erect, it doesn't really make a difference in looks, because it, like, I guess it just moves down. Or
What does it do? It doesn't.
At its ultimate form.
DJ was like raving for a second.
The dick evolution.
No, really, like, because I know, like, I've heard conversations of people that are like, oh, they look so different, but not when you need it to work, like, to do your thing.
I honestly, the hardest thing with it is when people want everything to be as tight looking from the top as like a circumcised penis.
Yeah.
So just like grab your skin and like yank it down, and then you're just like, ah!
Oh no! Do they know that it's attached to you? What the fuck? Like,
apparently not.
They're like,
Oh,
he won't
shit.
feel this at all.
Just unravel.
Yank.
this is not a banana.
Like a shake and wait.
I can't, not a shake.
You're enjoying this, right?
Is it okay if I use my teeth next? Like,
Oh my god!
I don't know. It didn't bother me. I was taken back at the first one because I've never seen uncircumcised before, but then I was like, oh, it's the same shit.
Well, now I feel like I gotta ask, like, hey, are you circumcised?
You should. And then if he
It's
says,
not something I've ever asked,
you
but
don't have to. No, don't ask.
no, I'm gonna ask.
Brandy's gonna ask. We know that Brandy's gonna ask.
Right.
I
Like,
think-
okay, can you fill this short 7,500 questionnaire?
Right? Like, just it's very small, front and back. Just fill this out.
You're gonna give him a fucking scantron.
I feel that was scary.
And they're gonna do like a Christmas tree on the Scantron.
I'm gonna know if you chose C all the way down.
I feel like Brandy would do something like that. I feel like she has a mental scantron when she goes on dates and stuff that she like checks off all the time.
It does not take much. I'll be thinking, oh yeah, this is it, and then I'm like, nope, I don't like how you swallowed.
Not how you
Right?
swallow. Damn.
Right, all these categories, and I've been there for the readout.
That's the readout.
I've been doing better now, because for me to be juggling as many people as I am, and I'm not turned off by each and every one of
everything.
them. Right, that's a big deal.
Well, yeah, because I think the biggest thing is like you got to realize that most people have flaws, and you kind of have to overcome that. And you're not gonna look at Brandy like flaws. I don't deal with flaws, bitch. Like,
wait a minute, like that profile picture. Like, what?
You was really mean mugging somebody. I don't know who it was.
It was probably some girl's shoes wasn't looking right. Because if someone's shoes ain't right with their outfit, I'd be mad.
Said, honey, that dress with them
with those shoes. What are you doing?
But no, seriously, like I feel like the flaw thing is very important, because like, do you ever think about, Brandy, when you go on a date that they're doing that to you as well?
No.
I knew it. I knew she just knew it.
What are you talking about? Are we telling jokes now?
Man.
Is this comedy hour now? No, but that's why I opened up the spectrum. So when I was gushing about one guy who I smile at every time I talk about him.
Oh yes, we see.
I know. He is heavier than what I would go with, but every time I'm around, I'm like, I am really feeling you. So I had to let go of the whole, you have to be 6'5" and 6'8" and built like this and that.
Yeah,
I had to let all that shit go.
6'8"?
Yeah, it was a guy in Akron. It was one. Anyway.
Your percentages go way down.
6'8". It was already like at 4% with personalities that she needed. 6'8".
Not
like,
4%.
They spend their whole life trying to be shorter than what they are. Like,
which I will say that was kind of uncomfortable, because even with 5-inch heels, I was like, okay.
You know what? That don't bother me either. I dated a guy that was 5'4", and it was all right. It wasn't. I mean,
I'm gonna pass.
No, so here's the thing. When you lay down, did you know you're like the same height?
No, because I don't fuck midgets. So there's that.
Oh my God.
There's that.
Disclaimer, that is all Brandy.
Little people.
Not any of us on the show.
CJ, you need to make a little like DC
I do.
sign.
I do. I need a sign.
It's your buzzer for Brandy.
Not the
do they make those buzzers like they did with the Home Depot or like the
They got them something like the easy button?
Yes, but I want one for Brandy's.
They have to have that.
Every time you say something fucked up, just
not No, I love little people. I'm just not going to fuck a little person. But you know, all the people I'm talking to now, they're like 5'8", 5'11". It's none of this business.
Listen, after all that shit you talked about Game of Thrones, you could, you know.
Oh no, I would totally be with him. What was his name on the show? Tyrion? He could get this.
Boy,
Tyrion could tear this up. Oh my God, if you watch it, it's his character. I'm like, yeah, you could take me down. Take me down. I really wanna take you down and show you what I'm about. Let me take you down. Your body,
3 episodes.
Listen, CJ, I'm sorry, but I'm not on that. I was not quite on that wavelength, but I'm going straight up to like, take me down to the city.
Come on, finish it.
The girls are pretty.
I'm leaving.
Bye.
God damn it. Every time we get a guest, I'm going to start bringing my friends on.
Well, yeah.
Duh.
I can talk about science, but also I can like why people would turn up.
I see. Last time, my last guest was my brother, and it was like 2 me's, so everybody was quiet. It was so weird.
It was weird to see you guys.
Yeah.
And then once he started flicking you off and talking shit, I was like, there's the Dan I love. There's my boo.
There's my little brother. That's greatness. No, so in conclusion, so I guess what the question is, one better than the other? I don't think it is.
Okay,
I think they're the same.
I think they're pretty much the same, but
Yeah.
it's like some of the stuff that you guys talked about prior, like I feel like a lot of our sexual experience is built on what we have seen and experienced from media and the internet.
It is.
And so it's like
all that porn and stuff.
Yeah, well, but as far as circumcision, like it's even older than that. Like the Victorian, it really wasn't even like a Christian thing, but like
no, it
white
wasn't.
Victorians were like, if we cut their foreskins off, they're not going to masturbate, and we can be a pure society. Right. And it just became this like real big.
And then there was that
thing.
weird myth going around that if you aren't circumcised, it's easier to get bacterial infections and weird shit like that.
Well, if you don't wash yourself.
Well, that's no matter what you have. Like.
Right, but like if you have extra folds of skin.
Yeah, you got to get in there.
Like,
gotta. Gotta roll it
Weird
down.
stuff to
On our
do there,
first
like
break already?
hashtag head cheese.
Yeah.
But
Like when I tagged you in, speaking of the head cheese, did you?
That was fucking
I don't want to talk
terrible.
about it. I brought it up, but I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, no, I haven't seen
Did you
it yet.
Did you see what I tagged you in?
Don't look at it.
Girl, I will say this. I fucked them, but don't look at it. I almost threw up. So I tagged you guys because I was like, no, I'm
I
not going
haven't
to be
seen
alone
it because I saw Dee's reaction to it.
I literally
So
almost got sick. Like
Really?
the guy
that
who
shit is
posted
bad.
it, I blocked him for like 30 days. I done followed
should I,
him.
should I go look at it on our break so I can see?
I was, because I wasn't expecting that, and I was like, I almost threw up. It was
I might have to look just to see.
It
But
was really bad.
on that
Here's our
note,
challenge on the break.
I'm gonna go look on our break. So let's
No,
take
it's
a break
gross.
real quick.
I feel sick
we'll
right
be
now.
right back. Head cheese.
Ugh.
Head cheese. And we're back, bitches.
We back. All right. So next question, because I think we got through the circumcised stuff pretty good. While we were on break, I did go look at that Mickey and Goofy head cheese stuff.
yeah.
I laughed. I wasn't actually grossed out.
Gross.
This
But
was
like I was
disgusting.
telling them, it's probably because I'm slightly more demented internally than they are. Like,
Or you're just okay
I was with you
nasty
all the
shit.
way. Here for the jokes, ready to go.
it was just funny.
Listen.
I thought it was
gross.
hilarious.
And I've seen some funny shit. That wasn't. Now that meat cannon shit, that's funny. Elmer
It's double
Fudd-
wide.
Double wide surprise. That's funny as shit. Not
I don't know.
that.
You know what it could be? I might be desensitized because I hail from Japan and
Right,
they
it's
have
cartoons.
some fucked up shit like just on regular TV. Even now
There's
in the
only
middle,
so much I can look at where I'm like, God, what?
like you know how like here if it's like rated X, they don't show it on regular TV unless you pay for like stars, and even then it's like softcore. Not on my Japanese cable. 2 a.m. you pick some channels and it's there. And then their actual like X-rated channels that you pay for are even more crazy. So just
But they'll
What
shit
that
on each
for?
other's chest. They'll show some shit like that.
My-
But blur out the genitalia.
I saw
Always
one
like,
where
weirding me out that they
it
did
was
that.
like a game show where they had straight guys come in and gay guys come in, and they would have the gay guys do BJs on the straight guys, and you can't come. Whoever doesn't come wins.
That's a
the money.
show.
That's a show.
That's a show.
Look at this
Wow, that's a
thing.
Wow.
I'm telling you, and then I'm sure this is staged, but they have ones where they're like, guess your mom or guess your sister. It's fucked up, and it's just like cut out
like
of
all
their
of our faces.
yeah, and like it's like the guy, like the husband, like the brother or the son, and it's just like a panel of cutouts of either boobs or ass or whatever they're doing.
What if someone
And you have
guesses
to, like,
right?
go-
And someone guesses right, and you're like, "What the?"
That's how it goes. You're punished either way.
It's just some
Oh, no.
twisted.
This is for sure my sister, you guys.
You got exactly like
Yeah.
I know.
you know what I'm saying. And
They've been
That's
practicing
Brittany.
at home. They've been practicing, like, okay, we gotta get this right because we gotta get this money.
I
Oh
think it's
my
that
God.
whole like even like what is it? Even in like anime and like stuff like that, they have that weird
Fan
brother
service.
sister thing, like Sword
Oh,
Art
yeah.
Online. Have you guys watched that anime?
No.
It's, I think they were either siblings or cousins, one or the other.
No,
and
but
they
there's
have
a
this-
lot that are like that, and
It's a
playing
lot.
on that line. I'm like,
Flowers
I'm
in
good.
the attic.
Yeah,
Man,
there's
very
just-
much so. That's what it is in anime.
It's got
Except
a lot
for some
that.
of them, just take it all the way there, and I'm just
Yeah,
like, all
that
right.
whole like senpai
The Game of
stuff.
Thrones. It. I'm like,
Huh?
One of the comedians that I watch on
Uh-huh.
like Facebook videos that comes up did a video where he was the like first aid responder, like the dispatcher.
Uh-huh.
And some guy called in and he's like, "Yo, I'm at home. Our parents aren't home. My stepsister's stuck in the dryer."
And then he
and
just
she's like
grabs her
there
from
with her
behind.
ass hanging out of the dryer, and he's like, "She's truly stuck." And the dispatcher's like, "Oh yeah."
What?
Dryer.
There's a
I
lot
know
of
exactly what you're
those.
saying, man. It's gonna be the intro of a porn. You guys da 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 da. He says, "No, she's really stuck." And eventually, the dispatcher is like over the conversation, and hangs up on him.
oh
he's
my
like,
God.
"Sorry, I called the police. Nobody's coming. I don't know what to do." And she's like, "Well," and he walks away, and she just gets right out of the dryer, and she was like, "I thought it was gonna work this time."
Oh my God. No.
What?
Oh my God.
Like, I mean, think about it. Like, one of our favorite movies that's from like the 90s, what is it? Clueless. Remember Cher and her stepbrother?
Oh my God. I didn't think
Yes.
about that.
It's
Not
embedded
related.
in everything. It's like
But
weird
I
shit.
don't, I just feel like that was different.
No,
And
it's the same. There's a whole like section if you go online for those taboos completely.
That's just so weird. I don't think I'd have like a Brady Bunch feeling where I'm looking at my brother like, hey.
Yeah, I'd be gross.
I mean,
Just,
it's just like sort of that thing where like you sort of like as teenagers, it's like, oh, there's a stranger in here that I sort of know, and it's like, oh, it's really turning me
when
on.
you're
I
teens.
don't understand it, but then like
in adulthood, you're like, what the fuck is this? Like,
Pretty much. Like as a full ass adult, you're like, nah.
that's a post-nut clarity moment, right?
Okay, you like that post-nut clarity.
what have
It's
I done?
It is really important. Yeah, exactly. That white man on page 187 of Pornhub.
That's my favorite meme.
How
that
did I
saw.
get here?
That was like, what?
I
have
took it too
done?
far.
What did you say last week? Like, what? Why did it take so much?
Yeah,
for me to
you'll
go
be like,
through?
you're like, why did it take all of this? And afterwards, you're just
like your surroundings. You're like,
Especially
yes,
by
Look
yourself.
at you look at your surroundings. You're just like fucking disgusting.
You ever
Dude,
wonder
and
if,
before
like,
the internet, people just did that stuff in real life.
I know they do.
Yeah.
Do you ever wonder if there's like spirits that know about you doing shit like that?
Hell
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
what are you talking about?
You know
For
what I mean?
sure.
They just judging
Especially
you
just looking
in
like
their
you nasty
spirit way.
bitch.
Nasty. Just nasty. Just passing through. They're like, oh, I know you can't see me, but I see you. Like,
or you know, they could be enjoying themselves too. Like, go for it.
Oh, no.
Like, you
I
don't know.
hope not. That's
You don't
disturbing.
know.
I want to feel like it's a more like energy, just sort of like vibing along and like riding the air, and then all of a sudden it's like, ooh, what's happening over here?
and
We're
run
just gonna
away.
skip
Oh
over
my god!
that.
It's like, why is my chest warm? What's happening?
Is this Brandy again? Fucking gross.
It's
Oh,
Brady's
no.
mind, not her real life.
It's the again for me. Well, like CJ pointed out before, because we were joking about this too off camera. I think men are surprised when they do get with me, because when I'm with you and we're together, I'm gonna do whatever in that world, but I don't just do that just with anybody.
With anybody, right?
So for the few people I have been with, I've made sure we've done a lot, because I'm like, it's like Haley's comment again. It's like, I don't come around much, so when I do, I gotta come hard, and we gotta do everything.
Right.
No pun intended.
Everything. No pun intended.
No pun
But
intended.
not just with anybody.
No, I get it. There's certain things that you have to be with somebody that you're comfortable with to, like, you know,
And there's certain
get
people that
into.
do stuff, but you won't even like kiss them. Like
mhm.
some people are like, you know what I mean? Some people are
Yeah.
like that.
That's
Or
Well,
some
I
people are like,
feel like a lot of times, I don't know, as far as like growing up or like, because I'm gay, but and so like a hookup is like sort of no big deal, because you're just sort of like, it's like porn but real life, like with
Right.
a person, you know what I mean? You're just kind of like meeting up to get off and like do this or that, but like kissing.
Yeah, because that's
Yeah.
so much
That's
more
how we feel.
intimate.
My mouth, nigga, my mouth.
right.
Ugh.
This is my whole ass mouth. No.
You know-
Remember that commercial that's like 98.99% of germs are in
Right.
your mouth.
Your mouth.
You know what's crazy? I had a boss before when I worked on base. She said she never kissed her husband, because she said it was gross, like mouth to mouth.
Well, you know, I told you about that one guy I was seeing, and he was like, if we ever got married, I wouldn't want you to give me head
Oh,
because
yeah.
I feel like my wife shouldn't be sucking my dick. And I was like, what?
I'm sorry, sir. I can't be with you.
This situation is halitosis is
Okay,
real.
we are not going to work, sir. Good day.
Not halitosis. Oh my god. I mean,
It was so weird.
I don't know.
If she can smell my dragon breath, she won't want to marry me.
But it's probably that mental
It is,
bullshit
and
people got going on.
I
It's
think
weird.
it is. It's just
That's
weird.
what everything is.
It is because if you
Oh,
don't have
that is what
connection-
everything is. And it's not just something that's random. Like CJ was thinking about people's kinks just being random.
I actually listened to that episode, and some of it is just like being open to an experience and like
Yeah, that's
and
what
the
I mean. Like, I
physicality
don't
of the
think it's-
scenario or
Brandy's
something
mad because
specific
you
is, like,
agree with me.
Oh, I'm not
okay, I
mad.
can do this.
He
Like,
can
She's
agree with
big
you all
mad.
day long.
Brandy's big man. Look
I
at
saw,
her.
yeah, I see your face. Your
Yo,
face
daddy
is-
was big mad. I ain't calling back. Big mad. I'm not big mad. I'm just annoyed listening to the bullshit.
I don't know.
all. But
Sometimes
y'all
it's
can
just
talk.
for
also,
fun.
I don't want to like touch too much on prior episodes, but like you guys were like talking about golden showers and this and that, and like Dee, correct me if I'm wrong, but like we always just called it water sports.
Oh
True.
yeah, that's
True.
yeah. They used
True.
to. They changed it, I think, somewhere along the
So
line.
who changed it? R. Kelly?
Oh, I think R. Kelly did it.
Did
I
he
think that's
submit
who it
his
was.
R.
word?
Kelly changed it to a personally legitimate thing for adults, one of which is under 16 years old.
Because I'm an older man and like all
Oh my
women.
god! No,
Right.
I just think that because I feel like some of the kinks that I have, I didn't know I had
Yeah.
until it was an experience. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
She
agreeing.
was like, "Oh shit."
I was like, oh shit.
I
Double
must
wide
say, like, I keep a
surprise.
real open
Double
mind
wide
about that type of
surprise.
stuff. Like,
I'm down to try anything once, like
yeah, I say anything 3 times.
at least a couple times, you know, because if you do it with the right person, it might be better.
Okay, never mind. That's
Right.
different.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because if
Switch
that
the
one
person,
person,
that's
because
different.
I don't want one person to, it's like a
Dictate what that
blowjob.
means.
Like, I don't, like, I've had, I don't want to give out names or anything, but you know, when somebody says like, I've never came from somebody's blowjob, you're like, that's crazy because I just made you do it, but I know what I'm doing.
Right?
Wait,
Oh my
but-
god, I
but
love
wait a
that.
minute,
That's my
couldn't
favorite
that-
moment.
Couldn't that be a mixture of what you said? It's because not only your skill set, but because
It could be.
But no, but because it's you. Because I feel like
Yep.
sometimes for some people it's you. Because I'm like, there's no way you're telling me nobody else. Like you busted nobody else's mouth. Like
Yeah, it's
well,
weird.
it's got to be a mix between what you do.
It could
and
be
being
like
you.
a mental mix and whatever, but if they,
Because when I
But
think when
I-
you
I mean,
enjoy
I
sex,
guess my
more,
thing
when you
is-
like
do not
them.
discount things, all right? CJ and me are on the same page. Talent is talent.
talent is talent, but let me put it this way: this person,
I'm
has
not
had
saying it's not.
somebody who they, I guess, were in love with and has had a wife before. So I would think that person would have been at the same connection.
Oh
level.
no, honey, that means shit. Let's not even go there because
So
I know people that have been married.
I'm just gonna say,
and that don't mean that.
TJ Jr. is good to go. Like,
And you're probably bomb as fuck. We know what that throat do. Shout out to Rob. So, hey boo, Rob.
No, my sister wife.
My sister wife. Wait till I see Rob in person. He gonna be
Oh
like,
my
what the
god!
hell?
You know what? I don't know if he can listen to these episodes at work, man, because he's gonna be like, I am just. He's gonna break some fucking parts or something. I don't know.
Not breaks apart. I think I probably yeah, I've said some awful stuff about Rob.
He has. Yeah.
I've
yeah.
sexually harassed him several
Yeah,
times.
yeah, she has.
Yeah, he has that. Yeah, you're looking at some jail time, probably.
No, they're just gonna give me 9 warning shots. I don't get to go to jail, so we know how that goes.
Oh
no.
my god. Let's get one more question in before we get too off task. Let's see. Speaking of scary stuff. Ooh. This might have to be. No. Let's talk about it. Do you personally know anyone who has had sex with an animal? Bestiality. This was a question we're going to answer.
But what do you know? Like, how would you know?
I know somebody who either did or wanted to. You want my story?
Bitch, please
Yes.
tell me it's somebody we
I
kind
gotta
of
hear
know or
this
know.
shit.
Do we know this person?
You may have met him because it was in Okinawa.
Oh.
It was my car crew circle, so I don't know if it was in passing that you may have seen him. But me, my girl, and our other guy friend decided to show up to his dorm room at the barracks. And he was like, just wait in there, I'll be back. He was still at work, so we just walked in and we were drinking and stuff. And of course, our nosy asses was like, let's get online. And everybody had a fucking PC back then, not laptops and stuff, so you could just get in and do whatever. There's no actual codes and shit. So our guy friend decided to go through his search history, and it was just like internet websites of just bestiality places. He clicked on it It was all like sexy names that if you click on it, because we were like, oh my God, he's watching so much porn. And we clicked on it and it was just like animals and women. And we were like
oh real shit?
God,
like real shit?
Was it real?
I said
Yes,
like real shit,
like,
not like the kind of animorph shit. Like
no,
real shit.
not like anime girls with ears and they're
Yeah,
dressed
that's
like,
what I was thinking.
No,
Like,
that's
oh
cute.
my
I can deal with
God.
that. I can even deal with furries. I can deal with
I'm
that.
down
No,
I'm down
furries
with
is
like,
something different than this
comic
shit.
like furry business.
Yeah,
That's different than this
Right.
but
shit.
yeah, but I know, but this is like, but because furries, you know, there's a human being inside at the end. Like I'm
Yeah.
talking like this guy was like into animals, and we were just
So
all
what were
three
the
of
animals?
us, huh?
What animals?
Like so, there was one that was like all like horses and donkeys, and then there was like the one he had the most of was like big dogs, like Great Danes.
Oh my God.
You know, there was a movie at the Cleveland Film Festival one year that was like a French film that was submitted to the
French people
Cannes
would
Film
do it.
Festival,
Oh God.
where it was like called Zoo, and it was a underground ring
heard
of
about
guys
that.
who got fucked by horses. They
Yeah.
found out because somebody got his colon pierced, and they just
He
left
died.
him on the side of the road, and he died.
Yeah, I heard about that. I heard about that.
Oh my God, look at me.
And there's a video. There's an actual
Listen,
video.
I can handle all the demented cartoons, but this is
Yeah,
where I draw
life?
the
what
line.
the hell?
The bestiality, I'm sorry if you're into
Why do
it
you
and
wanna
you're
be
listening to
fucked
it, but
by
that is
a
literally where I
horse?
draw the line. I
A
am into
horse.
everything.
A
He's
horse.
dead, of course.
Can that be your screenshot?
That's our thing. That's a
Jump
screenshot
on
for
it,
it.
let's do it. Riding my pony.
Literally.
Oh God, is that what he's talking about? Just
Oh
But
no,
no.
Genuine, the original.
this, but so serious. So my problem is like, so I don't know.
God.
We never got around to talking to him about it. Like, and of course, our guy friend made fun of him about it.
So you guys
Like,
didn't
my
bring it up
girlfriend
at like
was
the tiki or anything? You weren't like, hey.
Me and my girlfriend was
guy
just
friends
like,
ratting each other out in like the worst ways.
they do. And mind you, this is in Okie, so I was still like 18, 19, maybe 18, 17, 18. Because it was just fresh out of high school, and we were like hanging out where we should be hanging out. Anyway, my kid did that. I would fucking drag her ass. But like, how do you explain that to your 17-year-old mind? You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't
sick.
comprehend it. I still can't comprehend it, like in no shape or form. Because also, my question is, where do you find the people to cast to actually do it on the video? Like,
Craigslist? I don't know what the fuck.
Not Craigslist. Craigslist will bring them out, won't they?
Next.
Bring them out.
Craigslist
Bring
is
them out.
dangerous.
Next question.
I'm sure there is some Craigslist stuff, but
Get
like,
out of here.
I mean,
Well,
other
you know
than
what
that,
I watched I think it was like just sort of an infographic or something that was just like, well, if legalize, if like sex among same genders is okay, then what about like bestiality or pedophilia? Like you're never going to be able to draw the line. But it's like, no, there's level because it's about consent.
right?
A child cannot offer consent.
Right.
An animal cannot offer consent.
Right?
That's abuse.
2 grown adults can, like,
Yes.
Yeah, and that's
Exactly.
completely different.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I agree.
and so to me, I'm confused. And that might even be a throwback to kind of like the whole sex trafficking thing too. I'm sure some of those people are not willingly doing that, because
100%.
I've seen some documentaries on women who got out of the porn industry who didn't want to be in it. They just grew up in it because they
Now, I
were
will say
part of that
those
ring.
docs are really actually better than what I thought they'd be.
The what?
Anytime if they're
Oh, the
still doing
documentaries? Yeah.
porn, or
Yeah.
if they're trying to get out of it,
Yeah.
anytime I've watched one, it's way better than what I thought it was going to be. 'Cause
Yeah,
they're
it's-
really candid.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
And they'll tell you everything. And
They're
I
telling all the
just-
business.
Well, there's something to be said, like, about not kink shaming, about not shaming
No.
sex workers. Like,
Yes.
it's a legitimate
And
business
making
that's
sure
been
they're
around since
safe.
Forever. We just punish it because we like
Yeah.
to think that we're better than everybody else.
I told you
in
guys
the United
before
States.
once, I think maybe you guys, like, I thought in middle
That you
school.
were a sex worker?
No, I thought I wanted to be a porn star in like middle school because I was
Yeah.
like,
Literally said it.
Like, I didn't think it was a big deal. Like, and then again, growing up where I grew up at, everything was so normalized. I remember watching like primetime TV with Dee would know who this is, the comedian Shimuraken, and he would dress up like the Shogun guy, but he would have the women topless, so it wasn't something like, even if you watch like foreign movies and foreign shows, a lot of time that's part of it is not shamed like it is here.
Well,
So
it's not even like so much as a whole shame, because as we know is a running theme, the women get shamed. The men just get to prance and peacock around with their big dicks, but you can't be a woman saying, I want to be in the porn industry and I want to be better than Jenna Jameson and Pinky or Cherokee the ass. Not that I know these people personally, I'm just saying.
No, but you named a lot. That was really impressive.
So I'm just saying, because I'm, you know, if you want to be in it, do you, but I don't like that women get shamed for that shit, like, at all.
Yeah,
they're allowed to enjoy themselves and they deserve to be safe. And fuck anybody that was talking that shit on my page when you had posted something and I reposted the article, and you know how I'll put like paragraphs because people don't want to click and read shit.
Yeah.
But like, people were really on their soapboxes like, my daughter better never and blah blah blah. I'm like, well, if your daughter chose you, wouldn't you want to make sure she was fucking safe instead of shaming her for stripping or prostituting? Wouldn't you want to make sure she could do what she had to or wanted to get money and go home safe and not be raped, not be molested, not have her shit stolen? That's a big deal. And so for you even thinking they don't deserve protection and respect is maddening.
I'm always confused about that as well, because I feel like, I know there's a percentage of people like Brandy that don't watch porn or are into that part of life, but I feel like a majority of us watch porn or
they don't have a problem consuming it.
Right. So they don't have that part. Like, they don't have a problem, like straight males who are like super conservative that are like, oh my God, gay marriage. No, but I will watch the shit out of lesbian porn. Like, that bothers me. You know what I'm saying? Because you're okay with that part.
And
but
for the
not
most
the
part,
other.
they're not just watching lesbian porn. They're watching a zoom up of the dick. That's what they're doing for however many minutes. That's what they're doing.
I mean, yes.
I saw this comedian that was like, well, you know, when you're watching porn, he's like, well, I'm straight. And he's like, well, if you're watching porn, do you want to see somebody with a small dick? No, I want to see that big old stretching like.
Didn't no boy from Tiger King say that? He was like, "Oh, are you straight or gay?" And then he's like, "Do you watch porn?" He's like, "Do you want to see the big dicks or the small dicks?" And
that's an old joke.
That was his like.
But also,
and I'm like, wow.
Your daughter wouldn't be tempted to do that if you weren't consuming it and making it so profitable.
I just posted something about that OnlyFans. People are mad that there's
really hard and go to school for years and years and years and go into business and fight tooth and nail against everybody else around you for some legitimate business and still be making less than everyone. And
I'm
you
saying,
just be like,
I can't
wait. And you can literally just blah and it's over with.
Be real cute and fun and get.
Be real cute and fun, or you can be a cosplay stripper.
You know, that's what I'm saying.
And
so
make
when
your money.
He's ready to do cakes on his ass.
That's slow sit.
And then when Brandy's ready for her OnlyFans, I will manage. I'm only taking 15%. That's all I'm taking. Nick, I can do you too.
What happened to the 10?
Champagne Charlie.
I'll bring the bubbles.
I'll bring the bubbles. We could do it all. I'm just saying.
Really would like him in one of those huge champagne glasses with
yeah.
the olive sponge.
Well, that's like the thing. So a lot of Champagne Charlie is from a lot of their burlesque shows and stuff that I MC, and so like that's how it kind of got started. And there was a lot of women, just sort of like it's like normal women in the community doing burlesque and like really celebrating their own body and their own confidence and their own sexuality and just sort
I feel like it's very much more empowering.
And it's just such a weird. Such a weird thing for like our sort of American culture that we're just like
the worst part
it's not like us. We can just like call a spade. It's the majority of white straight men. Men. That's the problem. That's the problem. The straight men. The straights. I like when people say that, by the way. I like when they're doing it and they're like, these straights are out of control. Or they'll be like, they'll say, "Oh, what do you think about this show?" And it's like, as long as they're not pushing their straightness on me, I'm like, yes, I love it.
Get out of here.
I'm so dead. Oh my God. Well, to wrap it up because we gotta go. But wow. So circumcised dicks are great, and so are ones that are not. They function great. I know from experience.
Don't
Not a
pull on the
problem, you
skin.
guys.
It's attached to the
Skin
body.
tastes like skin, man.
Skin does taste like skin. I know.
She's like, actually.
Actually, oh, yeah.
Hi, Rob. Oh, no, here we go.
Fucking
This
terrible.
is Rob with the
This is a thing that they do. Oh my god. Also, if you're watching Japanese stuff, be careful in the middle of the night because you might come across some taboo shit.
Kimoy na.
Kimoy na, that means grossness
Kimoy na.
sometimes. And you know, if you find your friend's computer unattended, maybe not go through their search history because you may not want to know that they're into fucking animals. Like,
Oh man,
just-
how do I
That's
land
pretty
a
awful.
bestiality episode?
I will never.
Womp womp.
Like, that's just.
They're like, today we talk about circumcision and friends' porn history and bestiality. Charlie.
She picked the questions.
I'm just saying, I did a really good job. My intuition picked the right ones. I just want you to know that. My God. Anyway, so if you guys have enjoyed our episode thus far, because I know you do, y'all love the sex angle. It's doing better than
Apparently,
any of our
Jesus
other fucking
Christ.
episodes. I want
Y'all
you to
ain't shit.
make sure.
Y'all ain't shit.
Make sure you subscribe to your favorite podcast platform. And if you're watching us on YouTube, which is way more enjoyable, I think, for everything,
better. So much
make sure
better.
you like, comment. Oh my God. Comment below, hit that
Level up.
notification
Level up.
bell.
Level up.
Our
Level up.
episodes
Level
drop
up.
every
Level up.
Friday
Level up.
at 7
Level up.
p.m.
Level up.
Central.
Level up.
Also,
All the
if you're
stuff so
into us like
All
that,
the
check
stuff
out
so
our other two
yummy.
shows. They're actually pretty good.
All the
Thursdays
stuff.
at noon
Level
is our
up.
Triangle
Level up.
episode.
Level up. Level up.
Mondays
Level
at
up.
9
Level up.
a.m. for your
Level up.
low brow news. Oh my
Level up.
God. Brandy is on her chair today. Quit popping that pussy.
Oh
Jesus
my
Christ.
God,
That just got us like 100 more views today. Brandy popping pussy. Go and look us up on YouTube.
It wasn't so much popping pussy. It was just
It was close. It was close.
Bouncing.
Her shorts were short, so go look.
not her shorts were short. Subscribe and then you can
Subscribe,
look.
and you can look. Anyways, you guys stay woke, stay safe, logical, and blessed. If you're black, stay black. If you're not, support POCs and allies unite. Thank you, Nick, for coming on our show. Please come back. We enjoyed you. You were
Oh, yeah.
amazing.
Cheers.
Thank you so much. All
He's
right,
like, you
guys.
gonna I'm gonna come back. She said, not for this bestiality shit.
On that note, we'll check you guys out next week. See you guys
Let's do it,
later.
CJ.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.